Well, hello, Emmanuel. I'm here with Doug Gillespie, and he is the International Director of Shepherd's Little Lambs, one of our global partners. And so we wanted to give you a little window into Little Lambs, what they're doing, how they've been affected by COVID, and the ways that they're responding. So, Doug, thanks for being with me today.
Thanks for having the time to get together.
For sure. So tell us a little bit about Little Lambs and how that's kind of run.
Sure. Little Lambs has a mission, and our mission is to nourish and nurture Kenya's most vulnerable children to become Christ-like adults. And what we've learned is, and what we know is that there are two things that have the power to break the cycle of poverty and to transform lives and communities. And that is, first, a personal relationship with Jesus Christ, and second, education. Everything we do at Little Lambs is within the context of a loving Christian environment. We have our own preschool for our youngest lambs, and then they move on to the public school where we provide uniforms, school fees, and basic medical care for those kids. And because kids don't learn if they're hungry, and hunger is a way of life there, we do feed our lambs, and we also offer food assistance to the families of our children as well. We work very hard to just lighten the load, not completely remove the burden, because we don't want the families to become dependent upon us. The coolest thing, the thing I love, and the thing that makes it work is that Little Lambs is completely run by Kenyans. From our kitchen staff, to our teachers, to our groundskeeper and our security guys, they're all Kenyans. And many of them were born and raised in the communities in which they serve right now.
Just real quick, top level, what were the major ways you saw COVID impact the communities? And then how did you respond at Little Lambs?
Yeah, I often say that nothing is easy in Kenya, and COVID was hard for everybody. It was extremely hard in Kenya. Just like here, schools closed. We had curfews put in place that were pretty harshly enforced. Jobs just evaporated, so our families that were struggling under the best of circumstances, their condition was even more dire. And there's no such thing as e-learning in these poor communities. So the reality for our kids is that their education basically has been put on hold for these months that the pandemic has been going around the world. And the first thing we decided to do is we knew that we needed to continue to pay our staff. Next, we shifted some of the school fee money into providing more food assistance for our kids and the families. And then we did a weekly contact with the kids and the caregivers via cell phone. Everybody has a cell phone, not smartphones. It's a little brick. It's a pretty horrible little device, but it keeps people in communication over there. We had an initiative where we put English Bibles in every one of our homes. They often had Swahili Bibles, but we want to make sure everyone had an English Bible. And those English Bibles became an important part of their lesson plans, as often our children were sitting with a family around them, reading their English Bible to the whole family, because there was no Netflix for distractions.
That's awesome. So then where are things kind of right now, and how can we be, supporting you and caring for you?
We're thrilled. Schools are back open. Both our preschools and the public schools are back open. We're doing temperature checks, trying to do all of the things that the government is asking us to do. As far as moving forward and how you can support us, prayer. It's not a cliche. It's not the thing I'm supposed to say. Praying for our staff is really critical. Our staff, we try and get there every year to encourage them. Well, we haven't been able to visit for 2 years. And so pray that those staff members would stay encouraged. Mm-hmm. It's a very difficult place to serve without getting discouraged. Yeah. And then pray for our kids and our families. Continue to protect them from their biggest danger isn't COVID, quite frankly. It's a whole bunch of other stuff that we can't even comprehend. And so praying for protection of those kids. And then from a financial standpoint, first of all, thank you for your way you at Emmanuel so generously support Little Lambs. But we're facing the new challenge that we have is the Kenyan education system has decided the way they're going to catch up those kids is to compress the school year. Instead of doing 3 semesters a year with a month in between, they're going to 4 semesters with a few days in between semesters. So basically the biggest line item in our budget is school fees, and we're going to be paying for 4 semesters instead of 3. So it's a 33% increase in that particular budget item. So that's the one we're depending on God for right now. And he's been faithful in the past. oftentimes through churches and organizations and people just like Emmanuel.
That's great. Well, again, thank you so much for letting us know what you and the whole, team has been up to. And again, we're praising God for the ability that we have to partner with you. So again, Emmanuel, thanks so much for, your giving. Thanks so much for partnering with us. It's a joy to be a part of what God is doing across the globe, and especially here today with Shepherds of the Lambs. So thanks, Doug. And again, thanks, Emmanuel.
Thank you.